Hi, hello. It's Chris from Crisscrossing at Rainbow Bridge. And I just got out of my shower, so I'm all moist and humid from that humidity. So it's hot, but it's not so hot that I'm gonna be sweating like this inside my apartment. Thank God I have an apartment, right? And I have, air conditioning, which is pretty dope. Um, so yeah, I am here to show you this really cool camera that I bought from a good friend of mine. His name is Christopher Love, and he runs a shop in Carmichael, California called Love to Fix. And so he gets a hold of either brand new electronics or electronics that have only been taken out of the box and then put right back for whatever reason. Um, and I asked him to replace to help me find a Samsung to replace the one that I had before, which was like my favorite phone almost ever of all my phones that I've ever had. It was a Samsung Note 8, and I really loved that phone. But unfortunately, that phone, took a nosedive, and as phones do sometimes. I think I had it since when did I buy it? Gosh, I feel like I bought it in 2017. Oh yeah, I bought it in 2017. Funniest story about this phone. Okay, so I bought it brand new from Best Buy. I'll never forget September 16th, 2017. And because I was starting my PhD program, and it was like I graduated 7/7/17 from my master's program. And then classes started for my PhD program August 18th of 2017. And then I had gotten my financial aid funds, and I went to go and buy what I needed for school, which included a new phone because my phone was just crap at the time. And so I bought this brand new Samsung Note 8. Now, warning, like boop, 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 boop. I am not saying bad stuff about Samsung products. I am a huge fan of Samsung, and that's why I am still a faithful consumer of them. But sometimes, like, something will just happen, like some weird fluke or whatever. And honestly, I feel like a big part of this was actually my own ineptitude combined with some kind of a product malfunction that I was just lucky enough to have happen to me. So the very first phone, it went blue screen. No, I think it went black screen. It went black screen on me. And when I went to go charge it, it would just have this little tiny image of a lightning bolt, but it wasn't actually charging. Now, later on, I found out what this is. With some phones, in order for the phone to receive a charge when you plug in the charger, it has to have at least some charge in the battery. Kind of like your car, right? Like, once your car starts, the electricity that's in it, I'm gonna sound so stupid. I swear to God, I know how cars work. I know how combustion engines work. But like, so the electrical spark that you need to start the car comes from the battery and goes through the alternator. And then once your car is started, you're good to go. Which is why you can start your car with a jump start if your battery is dead, and the car can continue to go. Well, it's kind of similar in a way to charging some phones. So I guess what had happened was that it had gotten so dead that it didn't receive a charge at all, or something along those lines. But I might be getting mixed up because I've had a lot of different phones. Anyway, I bought the original phone. It went black screen. I could not get it to work no matter what I did. And then even before that happened, I was having a nightmare because I was in San Francisco for my first intensive academic residency weekend, which is 4 days in a row of about 14 hours a day in school with classes like back to back to back. It's not intense like that now because like it's just different now. But yeah, so anyway, I had locked myself out of my Google account, and my Gmail account was the way that I was able to sign into the phone itself. Like, you register it with that. It's kind of like with an Apple ID. It's like your Apple ID, but it's for Samsung. It's the same concept. So I was locked out of it and locked out of it and locked out of it, and then it went black screen on me, and then it was just like I didn't even have a phone I was really grateful that I had my Gear S3, which was my smartwatch, because that acted as, it has the capacity to be a phone, and you can use it to text people and to call people, which was pretty cool. Like, that was my lifesaver. So anyway, I had to go and get a new Samsung. I went ahead and waited until I got back to Sacramento. So I went back to Best Buy, took in my phone, told them what was going on. They looked at it, they thought it had water damage or something. It did not. So obviously, because it was only a few days old, it was still, within the factory warranty. And they said, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and send this off. And so they sent it off. And then I got a new phone back, like a brand new phone. And the same thing happened on the second phone, like legit, the exact same thing. And honestly, I think I got mixed up. This was not a charging issue at all. It was some sort of a factory, what's the word? It was a mistake on the producer's end, and they took care of it. They did very, very well by me. Like, they made sure that my needs were met, and, I'm very happy as a customer. Anyway, so that Samsung Note 8 that is at Christopher Love's office, workshop, Love to Fix in Carmichael, it's sitting there in a pile of other phones, and that is the long and sort of detailed story, which took me like 5 minutes, of the Samsung Note 8, which was still my favorite phone by far, and I've had a lot of phones. So this, oh my god, I did it without even showing you. Fudge. Okay. Supposed to be doing an unboxing episode, and clearly I'm not really great at unboxing, because I get distracted. I get distracted pretty easy, I guess. So this is the phone that Christopher Love recommended that I get, because he asked me, I said, well, I want to get a Samsung to replace the one I had, and I wanted to get one that was as close as possible to the one that I had before. Now, the Samsung that I'm recording this video on is a Galaxy SE20, I think. 5G. Anyway, it's got letters and numbers, but it's a 20, and it's supposed to have a really good camera in it, which is pretty dope. But I told him, basically I want a very functional phone, but I also want to use it to create my YouTube clips and, do my lives for Instagram and so forth. And he was like, all right, cool, I've got just the thing. So this is called a OnePlus 9 Pro. And I don't know if that means 1 plus 9, or if it's like, it's a 9. It's a OnePlus and it's the 9th edition. Regardless, he got this for a pretty good deal. And it says co-developed with Hasselblad. I don't know if you can even see that. Can you see that? Like right there where my thumb is? Anyway, it's spelled Hassel, but E-L instead of L-E. B-L-A-D. So, I'm opening it. Now, this was previously opened. And, of course, because Christopher is such a sweetheart, at his store, when you buy a phone, or really pretty much almost any electronic product with a screen, I really advise that you get an item like this, which is called a cell helmet. They typically have these for a lot of different screen types. I even got one for my Surface Pro. And the great thing about these is that they have a screen repair guarantee up to $300 value. So, for about $69 or $79 up front, I forget exactly how much it is, but it's not too much. You pay that up front, and then you make sure that you register the product. And then if anything happens to your device, knock on wood, like let's say your screen cracks because you dropped it or what have you, then you can get that replaced or repaired for free, which is pretty cool if you ask me. So this is the new phone, and he did go ahead and put this screen helmet on there for me in the shop because he knows what he's doing, and I honestly don't. I'm kind of a plug and play kind of a human. So I'm pretty excited. He said that this is going to be the best experience that I could possibly have with the camera, and one of the reasons why is because I don't know what I'm looking at here. None of the information is on the back of the box. He said all these statistics or numbers or whatever about the camera itself, and said that the camera on this phone is like legit kicking butt. It's kicking butt. Okay, so FCC. Okay, this is just like your rules on safety. And here's like a little welcome thing. Never settle. I don't know what this. Oh. Oh, cool. Yeah, this is brand new. Hi there. This is the new OnePlus phone and it's all yours. What's in this box is the achievement of countless people, not just from within OnePlus, but from a global community of users. We made it to be your best shot, to work, live, and play as you want to see the world through a new lens and connect with people near and far, all with peerless performance, incomparable design, and camera technology built upon the iconic Hasselblad legacy. We listen, we collaborate, we create, and then we do it all over again. With each new edition of OnePlus devices, we are striving to make our modern technology more truly what we all hope it can be. We want to hear from you. Reach out to us, whether online or through the community app on your phone, and help shape the next generation of technology with us. Never settle. Signed, Pete, founder and CEO of OnePlus. So that's cool. I don't think I've ever gotten a little welcome letter like that when I bought a phone. That actually kind of gave me goosebumps a little bit. Either that or just because my air conditioner's on in my apartment. So I mean, there's specs, and for really smart people, I say geek as a compliment for you really smart geeks out there. You probably totally understand why this is such an awesome device. But, you know, for those of us that don't understand stuff like that, suffice to say that this is supposed to be the best camera possibly even available. So it's got the front camera and the rear camera, regulatory information, frequency bands, and power. Okay, the camera information is not on here either. He looked it up for me while he was, while I was there in the store with him. He looked it up on, you know, the website, and he showed it to me, and he was talking about specs. And you know, as much as I love to buy stuff from Chris, because I pretty much buy all my electronics from Chris, I'm not embarrassed to admit that when he starts saying specs, you know, what I hear is like that Charlie Brown wah wah wah, because my brain just doesn't understand. Like, sorry, like, I love you, you're a great human, but no, I don't get it. So anyway, there are it looks like there's 4 separate lenses on the back here, and then there's also going to be obviously the one camera on the front here, that other lens. And so this is supposed to be like the most kick-ass camera available, apparently. Oh, I have to plug it into my Wi-Fi password, which I don't have memorized. Fudge. And I think it's actually on the phone that I'm recording on. Okay, I'm gonna pause this, hang out for a second, go get some chips, have a potty break or whatever, and I'll be right back.